Welcome into another episode of Jammin with J Money, man. We back. It's another day. We're trying to get to some more cash, man. What's up, Junior? You good? I know my guy Junior here was, you know what I'm saying, probably doing 90 trying to get here on time, man. I told him, hey, you know what I'm saying? Just chill, man. Hey, we you can't get a speed ticket, then you definitely will make it on time, man. What's up, Junior? You all right?
Yeah. Had a good day yesterday. Went 4-1 on my official place and made a couple more plays ahead. So, anytime you cash some tickets, it's a good day. Let's try to keep that going. How about you?
Yeah, yesterday wasn't too good. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but I did cash on the widgets there. That was nice that they end up coming back for me. But I can't say I did end up taking that under in that spot. So end up taking the L on that one. I mean, obviously 120 points. And when they let them get 40 in the first quarter, let the Raptors. I mean, we got to talk about that, Junior. The Raptors, man, they didn't like they missed the beat on offense. That was pretty crazy. I mean, obviously it was going up against the Wizards, so like I say, that was a bad little first game to gauge. Everybody looked like all stars out there versus the Wizards. Took the loss with the Sacramento Kings. I didn't go too big on it yet because obviously I had to wait until had to take it early because at the +5 I was thinking that it could possibly move. Obviously Trevor Ariza late scratch, personal. Who else? Bogdanovich got ruled out in that one. So and Lamb didn't end up playing, but Warren did. So but we still end up taking loss in that one. It's all good. I know a lot of people was on the Grizzlies yesterday. I mean, they was up in their game too, and the Cavs end up getting it done, man. I told you, I mean, I'm glad I stayed off of that one. I know the Grizzlies looked like easy money there, man, and a lot of people was on them, but the Cavs end up getting it done in that particular spot. The Celtics, I did catch the under in that game. I told you that one it wasn't even supposed to come that close. It ended up going 207. Obviously, the Celtics got their points 114. They held the Pistons less than 93 points. Um, I knew they was gonna get somewhere around 90 in their game, man. They just didn't have enough with that missing Kennard and Griffin. It's just no, there was too much offense, and it's gonna be interesting to see if they're gonna play today as well, man. Because hey, if not, I'm gonna be fading them boys once again. That's definitely one. I need you boys gonna sit out one more time, man. I need to get some shit. I need to slam the Bulls one time, but we'll get to that second. The Mavs, they look good out there, man. If you had the Mavs, I'm kind of mad I didn't hop on the Mavs plus the 8.5. It obviously, I mean, they played good without Luka, but I didn't think they was gonna go in there and smack him like that. Obviously, their zone has been really frustrating the 76ers, man. And Brett Brown coming out almost calling his team out. I mean, they're on the back-to-back spot today. It'll be interesting to see what happens. But I'm talking about them boys let the Mavs, Luka-less Mavs, smack them boys by 19 in their own house. I was watching the game, and
Can
obviously
I
the
say
76ers.
something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I actually want your opinion on this take. I think that the 76ers might be regretting signing Al Horford, and this is why. Al Horford is not a young guy. Like, I was thinking about the fact that Al Horford won a national championship at Florida. Bro, I don't even remember when that was because it was such a long time ago. Him and Noah, like that's all. And who else wasn't what's his name from the Heat on that team too? The old man on the Heat
Which
that's
one?
from Miami.
Haslam?
Haslam, wasn't he on that team? I
I'm
can't
not sure. I'm
remember.
not sure. I know that no that Noah and Horford was on. I remember that team. I think it was
Right.
like 2000. I think I'm pretty sure it was a while ago, man. But yeah, that
Exactly.
was
So that's my point.
they won back to back though. That was a damn good
Yeah.
team.
But my point is this: Horford is not a young guy, and I don't want to trash Horford because I respect him as a player. It took me a long time to kind of buy into what he was doing. You know, he's been doing it for a long time. He made the Atlanta Hawks a good team. He went over to the Celtics. The Celtics were a good team with him. So it's not a coincidence that every team that he's played on has been like a 55 plus win team. You know what I'm saying? That being said, just look at the way that the Sixers team is made up. That's not the kind of player that you needed. You lost JJ Redick. You needed to replace JJ Redick with another shooter, maybe even a 3-and-D guy. Yo, I guarantee you right now that they wish that they still had a guy like Robert Covington, a guy who plays, solid defenses, can still knock down threes. The way this team looks and everyone's throwing this zone nonsense at them, can't knock down any shots. You know what I'm saying? And Horford's not making shots like he used to. He's not really playing defense like he used to. I think that the Sixers might have some buyer's remorse on this Al Horford situation, man. I just want to know what you think about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. I told people over the summer that I thought that the Bucks was gonna be the number one seed once again in the East. That they were the best team in the East. People were telling me, "Oh no, we think it's the 76ers this year. Oh, the 76ers are going to get over the hump." I mean, especially getting Horford, I was like, "That's not a good signing. Why would you get another five?" In my opinion, I mean, yeah, he can play the four, but Al Horford is a starting five in my opinion. Like you say, he's getting up there in age. Me personally, I think he should have stayed with Boston. I mean, they need him over there. Cantor, them going to get Cantor is only because Horford left, and obviously, I mean, that was a big downgrade. Even offensively and obviously defensively. So I mean, they need Horford still over there. They would, I mean, them boys would probably be. They would give the Bucks a run for their money. The Celtics would. They still had Horford with this same team, man. But I mean, like you said, they don't have enough shooters, and I've been telling people this, but nobody want to listen to me. And the 76ers, they look terrible right now. Terrible right now. I mean, they still 14-2 at the house, but they just haven't been covering spreads. Only 7-7 covering the spread. So I told people that, man, that the Bucks, they're gonna be the best team in the East, and we see what's happening now. I mean, the Bucks looking like one of the best teams in the league right now, let alone just in the East. You know what I'm saying? They just beat up on the Lakers over there. So I mean, right now it's like Giannis got the crown, and I've been telling people about the 76ers that they don't have nowhere near enough shooting. Just like you said, they lost key shooters, and now they don't really have. I mean, Tobias Harris, you know what I'm saying, one of they only 3-point shooters. Ben Simmons didn't even try to shoot it. So, like you say, Horford too old. I've been telling people that we don't have to spend too much time on it. Let's see, I had a few more games. I don't know why my computer a little tripping right now, but as long as y'all can still see me, that's the only thing that matter. The Knicks, I was on the Knicks, man, plus the 10. That one closed at 8.5. So still got some closing line value. It didn't matter. The Heat were up 20 in the first quarter. There when I'm glad you cashed your first half, Junior, with the Heat. I thought the Knicks gonna be able to keep it close. Obviously, I mean the stats were in our favor. They have been playing well like a revamp team. It's just shit. The Heat just went out there and smacked them. It didn't matter. So OKC went out there and smacked the Suns. Devin Booker did end up playing, but it didn't matter. Everybody came back for the Suns and that one. It just didn't matter. The OKC was better than them. SJ was floating through the air. That was a nice little game from there.
Yo,
Him, you know what
that
I'm
was
saying? That
crazy.
was a damn little game. Little Euro. I liked it. Oh, got him. I like that, boy. Say I had to rewind it about 4 times. But Denver and Minnesota, and that's crazy, man. If you had Denver minus a 10, that shit was crazy. They was up by 17 in the first quarter, and I don't know. I mean, it's just like Denver just like let
They
teams
can't.
hang
They hate
around.
spreads, bro.
They just let teams hang around. If you had Denver minus a 10, I feel for you, man. I did like the Magic yesterday. Got them at the +4. It didn't matter. There was another one where it didn't matter. The Blazers came out there and smacked them. So a little 2-3 day for me, but what too bad. Let's see the loss with the what's called a little 2-3 day, but it ain't too bad, man. Still cash with the Wizards there. I'm glad that them boys came back and cash for me. That was real nice because I had wrote that one off. I mean, the Raptors came out and smacked them, but I'm like, man, the
I was
Wizards.
pissed, J Money.
How bad are the Wizards? I'm like, damn. And then the boys coming all the way back and
They
cover that
scored
spread for me.
66
I'm like,
points in the second half.
yeah, I know, bro, because I did take that under with you guys too, man,
Exactly.
and I end up taking the L on the under, man. I wish that I would have made the Wizards, you know what I'm saying? Just stayed on the Wizards instead of the under, but it's all good. I still think it was a good game, but good play. The Wizards just don't play in defense, man. There's no way in hell I would ever take a fucking under with them ever again, man. It's crazy because the game versus the Bulls, Junior, went under with ease, went to overtime, still went under. I'm
Yeah.
thinking, okay, but all right, with the Raptors gonna be, you know what I'm saying, less offense than the Bulls today. Then you know what I'm saying, they play better defense. Man, say, bro, damn Wizards. I don't know, bro. I don't know. That shit ran me hot though, but
Jay, you
it's
just
all
said
good
something that's literally like facts for me, bro. I'm not taking another Wizards under for the rest of the season, bro.
for the rest
How
of my
many how
life.
many weeks in a row are we gonna say that they can't keep
Hey,
scoring?
ain't
They
take
lose
another.
Hachimura. It don't even matter, bro. It's like
Yeah.
literally doesn't even matter who's on the court. They're just putting up mad points. It doesn't even make any sense, bro. It makes no sense.
I've never taken the Wizards under in the rest of my life, let alone this season. Rest of my life after that, after they let that Raptors team go off. I know when Van Fleet came back, I know a guy hit me up on Twitter. Was like, you still like the under? I'm like, shit, I'm already on it, bro. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm already on it. I had a feeling Van Fleet was gonna play. I thought he would be rusty. I mean, I didn't say it wasn't that. It was the Wizards defense, bro. That's what it was. Van Fleet probably couldn't even play, man. And them boys just it didn't matter, man. I could have went out there and got 10, 12 points last night on them boys for real, man. But it's all good, man. On to today. We're gonna on to today, man. We got the Raptors. Oh, we got the Jazz versus the Hornets here. Junior, the Jazz they done won four straight. We know they're not the same team on the road. They did just beat the Hawks. I mean the Hawks aren't too good, but I mean you know what I'm saying they still covered the spread. They didn't. The Hawks covered the spread versus the Jazz, man. So I mean they're trying to pick up a little steam. They facing this Hornets team. You know me and Junior not real big fans of the Hornets team, but I mean they have covered five of their last six games, coming off that loss to Cleveland where they had to come back. I mean they were down by 20 in that game, came all the way back to only lose by two. They come back to the house. Last time out beat the Kings. There was a little bad spot for the Kings, but I don't know. They just don't look right now, man. The Kings don't. What you think of this game, Junior? What you doing with this one? You got to play on Jazz versus Hornets.
No, I almost made one though. I was actually going to take the under in this game. I'm sure you've noticed the same thing I've noticed. The Jazz defense is not it's not up to par right now.
Exactly.
It's just so I just kind of hesitate to take the under. If they were at home, I would lean towards the under. But in this situation, the one thing that makes me think that the under is the play here is the fact that PJ Washington is out. If you look at what's going on with Charlotte, like Devontae Graham's still averaging a lot of points, but him and Terry Rozier are not scoring efficiently. Their field goal percentage is like below 40 right now for the last like at least like 2 weeks. And PJ Washington is like one of the few starters that they have that actually scores efficiently. You know what I'm saying? Plus, he's a big body. They don't got too many of those. I mean, I know they got Bismack Biyombo, but come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So he's one of the few big bodies they kind of have. I don't know. They have no rim protection. So I just don't know what to make of this Jazz team. I'm just going to say that. When they're playing at home, I feel like I know what's up. But when they go out on the road, bro, they're just not the same team that they used to be, especially defensively. I've seen Charlotte get hot from three enough times to know that let me just stay away from this game completely.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, and even though I know Charlotte been covering spreads, but me personally, I still know that, and they're one of those teams that's not good, but they play with heart. You know, so it
Yeah.
could be, and it's scary because you never know when they're gonna go and get blown out like they're actually supposed to, or they're gonna I mean, come back from a huge deficit like they've done before at the house and make it a close game, and they do it time and time again, or they'll come out hot. So me personally, I mean, I'm not laying. This is a simple scenario for me. I'm not laying points with the Jazz on the road. And to be honest, I could only look towards the Hornets plus the six here. That's the only way I could look at it. The way the Jazz been playing, and it's tough because I mean their defense isn't there. They're still a defensive minded team. It can't. This is the thing, man. Even with a team that's they're still a defensive team. It can click at some point, and we know that the Hornets are a jump shooting team. Me personally, I advise just to stay away from this game, man. But I could only look towards the home dog in this one. It's almost the same situation with the Jazz versus the Hawks. But I mean, you could argue that the Hornets are obviously a lot better than the Hawks, but they don't really have a Trey Young over there, though. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. I mean, they don't have a high shot. They play like this. Devontae Graham, would have to go off tonight. You know what I'm saying? They would have to have somebody like that go off for 30, you know, for them to stay close in this one. And I'm not sure if I could bank on that. I'm staying away from it. I could only lean towards the Hornets plus the six here, but no play for me in this one, man. I don't lately. I've been real, you know. Hey, I've been running it up as well, man. But I've been real selective with my bets. If it's something I don't like, I'm not forcing it. You know what I'm saying? Even if just because we're doing a show, I'm not forcing no bets, man. If I don't like it, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I pass it up, man. And sometimes that's a win in itself. You don't have to force bets, man. You force something, you lost your money. You like, damn, man, I wish I would have just stayed off of that. Exactly. You don't have to bet everything. What's up, Junior? You got some on this Hawks and Nets game, man. We got the Nets here laying 7.5. I was just talking about them Hawks. They have a Trey Young, but what else do they have after that, man? They on the road. They don't play the same at the house. They 3-12 on the road. This Hawks team, they're not good. You shut down Trey, and it's gonna be a long way. I mean the Nets here, they 8-1 ATS off a loss this year. I mean, I mean, shit, the Nets, they could come in here and bust the Hawks. So that's the only way I could look in this one. I could see a double digit win by the Nets in this one. They hadn't got there yet, but and you got some players that's played on the Hawks as well. You got Torian Prince over there, you know what I'm saying? A little revenge game for him. So what you thinking in this spot, Junior? Do you gotta play on this game?
It would have to be Brooklyn or nothing for me in this spot. I just think it's too many points. I'm sure they're probably going to beat them by double digits, but I'm trying to just be more selective with my plays in the sense that I can't look at 7.5 points and be like, yeah, this team that's basically almost a 500 team, like the Nets are 15-13. This 500 team is definitely going to cover a 7.5 spread. Shit don't work like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? 7.5 is a lot of points. The Hawks got guys that could score, so and they don't. No. I'm just staying away from it. I don't want any part of this game. What do you think about the total, though? What's your look on the total?
Well, this is one of the cases where I mean, and I know the Hawks can play some unders, especially if you can shut down. And I'm a fan of Nets games. So I think it's a little too high, man. I mean, I know the Nets they coming in off a little 2 game road trip. I think that I think that the Nets are a defensive team the way they're constructed right now. I think they only got 2 scores. We talk about it all the time. Hit Joe Harris, and and Joe Harris not even really one of the prolific scorers. Really Dinwiddie. He's their main guy. And I mean, last game he went off, and they still took an L. So he's their main guy, and it's two of them is where they top heavy. You should if you contain Trey Young, then you got a damn good chance of keeping it under and to beating them. And same thing with the Nets. You shut down if you find someone try to find someone to put on Dinwiddie, and probably won't be Trey Young, but it's gonna have to be somebody else. But I don't know, man. These totals. I'm gonna be honest with you. Lately, I hadn't been messing with a lot of totals, and it burnt me less. I'm glad. When I thought about it after, I'm like, man, I hadn't even playing totals, but I'm taking this under, and they so fickle. It could everything could be pointing towards the under, and I mean, these teams in today NBA, man, they're not focused on defense, especially the way the refs call these fouls and stuff. You can't even really just play. It's tough to even play defense, man. I'm staying away from these totals, man. I want to. I think I just talked myself into the under, but I'm not taking it, man. I'm still pissed from that last night under, man. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Hawks 0-4 ATS last four games after ATS win. So I mean, after they get up to play a team, the next one after that, they just have a letdown spot. We see it happen time and time again. They went to New York and got blasted by 23 points after they had that game versus the Lakers. We seeing a pattern here. I mean, only way I could look is the Nets in this game, man. I mean, they went over there and smacked them with 130 to 118. You know what I'm saying, in their house in what's called house. So in Atlanta, when the Nets only favored by 3. This wasn't too long ago. It's what 2 weeks ago. So I can only look towards the Nets in this one, man. That's the only thing I got on this one. What you thinking on the total? Which way would you go, Junior? It's
I would go
trending
on,
up. It opened at 228 up to going up to 229 and a half.
which makes me love the under even more because people still think that the Hawks are like a high scoring team. I mean, the Hawks can get points on any given night, but just the Hawks are like one of those teams that they're like extreme in both ways. Like when it's going good, they could put up a buck 40. But when it's going bad, they can't score for shit. I mean, they're 20th in the league in scoring. They're not a high scoring team. And the Brooklyn Nets have been successful recently because of their defense, not because of their offense. So I don't really understand that market move too much. I kind of want to see how high this total is going to go. I'm probably going to jump on this later. That under seems it's at 231 at some shops already. Like I don't know. I don't get that.
Right, exactly. Yeah, Michael Jordan saying we was all over the Raps under. I was all over the Wizards, man. So I mean, you got to get your stuff right, my guy. Yeah, we like the under, but
Bro, but hold
we
on,
we
Michael
didn't tell
Jordan. But hold
nobody.
on,
We
But
didn't tell
Michael Jordan.
anyone. We never told anyone to max out the under, though. I
Yeah,
mean,
bro.
so
What is this guy talking about, bro? Like
we
I
didn't. We
I
didn't.
stayed away from that game, right? I'm supposed to be the guy who watches every Raptors games and knows what's up. I said stay away from the sides because I don't think the Raptors are going to cover. Did the Raptors cover? No, they didn't. If you're going
Right,
to give us shit for getting a wrong pick, give us credit for making the right pick. We kept people off that game, so chill out, son. It
right.
happens. I went 4-1 yesterday. It was my only bad play. Calm down, bro.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. Let's get to the next game. I'll just make sure because he make it seem like we didn't recap it or something, or we was all over or something. But it's all good, man. Let's get to this Bulls and Pistons spot. And like I said, I hope Kennard or Griffin don't play one of them, man. They got Christian Wood out as well, man. They starting to lose some of their size there. They still got, you know what I'm saying, some players, but this is another team who's not really great offensively. You got the Bulls here, and they coming off a back to back as well. The Bulls are the more rested team in this spot. They're 7-0 ATS ATS last 7 games as a dog and as a road dog. 5-0 ATS last 5 road games. These Bulls been playing well, man. Like I say, they just held the Wizards to. So they played a 110-109 game versus the Wizards. That game went to overtime, and I mean, the Bulls, they've been locking down on D, man. Sometimes their offense can't spread. They're 8-2 ATS, man. Their last 10 games, Bulls been playing well. I know they playing on the road here. The Pistons haven't been playing well whatsoever. They're 1-4 ATS and straight up their last 5 games. The Pistons hadn't looked right, man. They went and got. We knew they were gonna get smacked up by Boston last night. You know what I'm saying? But that under came through real nice. The Pistons had touched 100 past 2 games. Them boys, I mean, they couldn't even beat the Raptors once everybody went out. Siakam went out, Gasol went out. I'm like, okay, the Pistons can make a run here, man. Them boys just that was at the house, man. Come on, bro, you got to have some pride here. I hope Griffin. I mean, Griffin will need both of them dealing with a knee issue. Griffin and Kennard. Come on, man. I mean, it's Christmas. Y'all sit out. It's probably cold. You know what I'm saying up there. Hey, don't know them knees. Know them knees shaking, cartilage low in them. You know, just stay at the house on this one, man. So we can smash the Bulls. I think that you know what I'm saying. Hey, y'all know me, man. I've been riding the Bulls lately. I think this is another spot. What you thinking in this game, Junior?
Yeah, it's actually one of my official plays. I took the under 213.5, and it goes on some you're saying. So in the last 10 games, the Chicago Bulls defensive rating is 100.7, which is number 2 in the NBA behind the Milwaukee Bucks. And no matter how much I've trashed the Bulls on this show, you got to pay attention to those type of trends. Like that type of defense, that means something. A 10-game sample size, it's a lot of games. So, and even just on the season, bro, the Chicago Bulls are 9th in the league in defensive rating. So, you know, if I'm going to talk shit about them when they're doing good, I got to recognize what I'm seeing. Like in the last 2 weeks, they're locking teams down, bro. That same game you mentioned against the Wizards, at the end of regulation, the Wizards had 98 points. Nobody holds the Wizards to 98 points, bro. So the Bulls are playing defense. The Pistons played last night, and they got injury concerns. If Kennard and Griffin are not 100%, which clearly they're not because they didn't play yesterday, why can't the Bulls lock these guys down? The Detroit Pistons struggle to score on a good day. So I think 213.5 points is a lot of points. And on top of all of that, it's not like the Chicago Bulls are an offensive juggernaut. They don't score a lot of points either. So as good as their defenses look, their offense is not even great. I think 213.5 is a number that I can see these two teams staying under for sure.
Exactly. Anthony say he think the Bulls gonna win and cover versus the Pistons if Griffin don't play. He say, bro, I live across the pond from Detroit and Windsor, and it's been -5 degrees Celsius, which is like 29 degrees Fahrenheit. Damn, man. Yeah, man. I already know it. Shit, it's around that time. It's cold
Windsor's
here.
nice, bro.
Yeah. Shit, it's cold. I know it's cold here in Texas right now, man. So it's pretty cold right here. But it ain't cold enough to snow or nothing last night. It ain't, you know. So last night it was raining. It had some precipitation. So if it was cold enough, it would have snowed, man. But it would all good. But the Bulls, man, they didn't beat the Pistons already twice this year. So you know, like it's double revenge. But I don't always take revenge. Sometimes you look at it like this team just better than the other. That's why I keep beating their ass. So it ain't always, you know what I'm saying, the revenge spot, but it is double revenge for the Pistons at the house, but they're not the rested team in this league. I don't really like betting on teams off of OT win, but I just think that the Bulls were the right side in that game versus the Wizards, and they shouldn't even went to overtime. You know what I'm saying? But they had to come back in that game, but still, I just like their moxie of late. I like the way they've been playing. Like you say, their defense has been outstanding. The Pistons can't score lately. I'm like you, man. I mean, the total open at 217.5 down 213.5. The under seems like the sharp side. It seems like the right side in that one, Junior. I'm gonna definitely have to take a deeper look at that one and ride with you on that one. Let's get to the next game, man. We got the Wizards here versus the 76ers. 76ers on the back-to-back, coming off a tough 19-point loss at the house. Don't really matter too much. It's a back-to-back. I mean, it was at the house and didn't have to travel nowhere. 14-2 at the house, only 77 ATS. I don't know why 76 is laying 12.5 here. Don't get me wrong. The Pistons, I mean the Wizards, them boys, man, look here, man. Them boys not good. Them boys don't play no defense. And they can be scrappy. They can score, you know, but it got Bill and Thomas is just way outside. He's just outside versus a lot of other point guards. But Bill, obviously their best player. You need Bertans to go off. 76 gonna have to play some D here. We know that the Wizards, they probably ain't finna come out with no zone, so they could make the 76ers like an all-star team tonight, man. We'll see. What you got in this game, Junior? You got any play? What's your look on this spot?
Hell no, bro. I'm not touching any game involving the Wizards. Get the Wizards out of my face, bro. Get out of it. And those 76ers minus 12 and a half, I just think that the Wizards just have shown that they could score too many points to think that like if the 76ers were rolling, I would say, yeah, this they're gonna smash these guys. But bro, they scored 98 points at home yesterday. Like
Yeah,
that
but look, the Mavs they play some defense though. So, and
they
the thing
do.
that the one thing is the 76 going against they just did come against some couple teams that played obviously really good defense. Now they're facing one that okay, y'all can go and score. We just want the ball back. So I
Right,
mean,
right, right,
oh my
right.
God, it is just absolutely. I mean, you give up. So the Raptors, even with that lineup that's never played together, I mean, come on, bro. 40 points in the first quarter. You think at least take some time? I can see in the second half you give up a boatload of 80 points, something. 40 in the first quarter. Man, look, bro. Y'all boys. I don't even want to look at the fucking Wizards, their symbol right now, bro. I'm finna take them off my map right now. I'm finna black them boys out with a fucking Sharpie, bro. They did come back and cover for me though. So I mean I can't talk too much, but I mean them boys gave up 40 in the first one. Like I said, they had me biting my nails in that one, but crazy to say I can only look towards 76 in this one. Three straight losses. Team called them out last night. I think they're gonna kill the Wizards, man. I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna get there with the with. It's one of the games where I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna in play it, man. I'll let you guys know. We'll see how the 76 come out in the first half. They come out in the first quarter and look like they're ready to play. Ride them, man. I'm telling you, because I think this is a get right spot for them versus this team that don't play no defense. I mean, both teams coming off a back to back. One of them coming off ass whooping. One of them coming off a comeback win versus Toronto. So we know it's gonna take a little time to get out of Toronto and stuff. So no telling what time they got in from Philly. We get on to the next game, my guy,
But
man.
I
Look,
want to say one thing. If you're thinking of taking the sides, I would tell you this though. How are the Wizards supposed to stop that Sixers front court?
exactly. That's the first thing I was thinking last night, bro.
It's
I was
like
like, bro, Embiid, in theory, I mean, Embiid and Horford should just absolutely eat on the boards, offensive boards. I mean, this one of them games where obviously Wisdom just they don't have no bigs whatsoever. You stop Bertans from going off, hitting six threes on you in the first half, and contain Bill, which we know that they're gonna be out for Bill. I mean, this game could get ugly in a hurry, man. Like I say, I mean, it's all you and the Witch can really score. They really can't score. That's why they came back versus the Raptors. But when you don't play in the defense, man, the thing is, and the main thing, Brett Brown said it. We've been getting locked up on the other side, and that's been messing with our psyche and our head on the other side of the floor. That ain't gonna happen tonight, bro. I'm sorry.
nah,
It's just
nah,
not
nah.
versus the Wiz. No, and if 17's coming here pissed off, it's gonna be a long night, man. I might get there. I might get there, especially because the 17's a damn good first quarter and first half team. And if they let the Raptors do that to them last night, man, if the Wizards, man, look, bro, that was just atrocious defense last night versus the Raptors, who were not a good scoring lineup. I don't care what nobody say. Them boys should not have got over their team total last night. And there's no way in hell, but they did it with ease. Let's get to this Bucks and New York spot, man. The Knicks coming off. Man, did the boys go to the strip club? In Miami, they had a day off. It was there. Did the boys go? Hey, they was 5-1 ATS before they 5-1 ATS for since Mike Miller was there on the coach. You know what I'm saying? Was there coaching before their game. So what you thinking in this game, Junior? You got something? You think that the Knicks, you know what I'm saying, can keep it close in this spot versus the Bucks? They coming off a huge win over there. We know that the Bucks probably gonna get this win. They land 13 on the road though, off of a huge win versus the Lakers. May they be too cocky in this spot?
Yeah, I think 13's too much. I'm gonna take him first half. I've been riding this first half Bucks wave the whole season, and it keeps cashing for me. I will say though that I don't usually take them on the road in the first half. I try to stick to taking them at home on the first half because that's where they're really dominant. But in this situation, the Knicks flying in from Florida all the way up to New York, it's like a 3-4 hour flight. It's not that bad, but they probably got in pretty late. The Bucks are rested, coming off a really big statement win. Like they don't need wins for standings purposes because they're just killing everybody. But just for their own psyche, just like for example, if anybody had any doubts about the Bucks, I think that the fact that they smacked the Clippers, they didn't smack the Lakers, but they controlled that whole game. Like, and they were smacking the Lakers at one point during that game.
Right.
They were up double digits for a really long time, and then the Lakers cut it to like within 5 before Milwaukee pulled away again. Um, so I just think that these are two teams on the complete opposite ends of the NBA spectrum right now. You know what I mean? And the last time they played these guys, they beat the Knicks by like 44 points, bro. Like, I can't pretend I didn't see that.
Exactly.
They held them to 88 points and put a buck 32 on them with their bench, because their bench unit played most of that second half and still was laying into these guys, bro. So I just don't like to get in the habit of laying 13 on the road, but I'm gonna take a -7 in the first half. That's one of my plays.
You know what, man? Like the Knicks here, man, and it's crazy to say.
In the game or in the half?
I like him in the game. No, not in the half. I like him in the game,
Yeah, I
man.
mean,
He made
13 is
busted
a lot of
13.
points, bro.
But I'm gonna tell you why. Wesley Matthews gonna sit in this game. Giannis, it says he probable could be possibly game time. I'm gonna tell you. This is a first game of a back-to-back spot, man. And I say that the Pacers was in a sandwich spot yesterday, and I still liked it. I wasn't the only one. I think that the Kings were still a good play. I mean, a couple of players said at the last minute, whatever, don't matter. Kings lost. Doesn't fucking matter. They don't look right now.
Right.
Um, they got the Pacers tomorrow. I mean, why do you care about this game? You finna go here and probably beat the Knicks. Why you gotta go in here and smash them by 20? Why? You still down Bledsoe. You finna miss Matthews, another starter. Giannis, I mean, they trying to say a little banged up, probably. I mean, he's still kind of game time this season. I wouldn't be surprised they sit him. Man, you got the Pacers tomorrow. Then you play the 76ers on Christmas. Why do you care about this game? The Knicks just went and got smacked last night. They still a revamped team, with Mike Miller. I mean, they just had a bad night that he just went out there and smacked them. They still went out there and got smacked, like you say, by what, 44 points? I gotta take a small shot on the Knicks here, plus the 13. Call me crazy, man, but this is a home dog on a Saturday. Sleepy spot.
Oh, they're gonna call you crazy, Jay. You know the
I
haters are
don't
gonna
care.
be
I
all
don't
over
care.
you on
This is
this
a
one.
sandwich. This is a sandwich spot on the road, not at the house. I need the Knicks kind of play with some fire, man. You don't get your ass bust by 42 again. Mike Miller probably seen that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got a new coach this time, bro. They're
Yeah.
not gonna give up. They're not gonna give up in this one. No Bledsoe, no Wesley Matthews. Giannis, he probably don't care. This is a first game of a back-to-back versus, you know what I'm saying, the team that they play tomorrow. They gonna care about their game. This is a clear look ahead spot, man. Bucks win this game by 10. Give me the Knicks plus 13. Call me crazy. I don't care. What you got on these last games, Junior? We got to talk about these Clippers in San Antonio. It's going to be a huge public side. Huge, huge, huge. It's a revenge spot, though, for the Clippers here, man. They lost to San Antonio already by 10. Nobody could see it then. Everybody was on the Clippers that time. And I'm like, damn, they already beat them. The Spurs somewhat playing better late. I mean, they came back in that fourth quarter there. Then you look, Rudy Gay. Questionable, which hadn't looked too good lately, but still is going to take a hit for him to already not a great team. Clippers coming off a loss. They didn't get no calls in that game. I know they're gonna be pissed. I still think the Clippers here to play, man. Even I know everybody gonna be on the public. You see the line moving back the other way, all type of shit, reverse line movement, all type of shit. Still, man, this revenge spot. I don't think the Spurs are back like that to come in here and beat the Clippers, one of the best teams in the West, twice. I know it's at the house, but you just already beat them. I mean, they looking at you now, and they know, we coming up to surprise them. Them boys, then they coming out the loss to the Rockets. I'm not gonna tell you guys to slam the Clippers. I'm not gonna do it. I think they're the right side. I'm not gonna even slam it. I'm gonna put something small on, but I don't like me. I'm gonna tell you guys how I operate. I don't like taking huge public sides, man. I'm telling you guys, and you see it in college basketball all the time. This in college, and the public wins sometimes. I think the Clippers are gonna be coming here pissed off. But man, look, I'm telling you, I think the refs had something to do with that last game, man. I don't know if they had something out for the Clippers or what, but that was scary, bro, because them boys wasn't getting no calls. You see Lou Will get thrown out for a foul that he didn't even commit. That shit, they're scary, man. What you what you got to say, Junior? And I hate to say it that the type of shit happens sometimes, but I watched that game and I didn't have a, you know what I'm saying? I watched it with an unbiased opinion, and I'm like, bro, the refs look fishy in this one, man. The players over there arguing to them everything. They just sitting there, don't even care. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, man. What you thinking, Junior, on this game?
Yeah, I got a lot of money on this game. It's the first play I made when I woke up this morning. I'm glad that the game is going to be late at night because I got to go back to this basketball tournament. So if this game was earlier, actually, it might be during my last game. So I'm gonna have to give my phone to somebody else just so I don't watch it. Because if the Clippers lose it to the Spurs again, two things are going to happen. Number one, I'm done fading the Spurs for the season because I don't have all my plays in front of me. But a lot of losses that I've taken are in situations where I'm fading the Spurs. And the few times that I've put money on the Spurs, they don't come through. So I can't stand the Spurs right now. I lost money the last time these two met. Um, I just think that not only is it a revenge game spot, just the way that the Clippers gave away that game. Because in my opinion, I watched that game. They gave away that game against the Rockets. They were in control of that game, and they didn't keep their foot on their necks. And with a team like the Rockets, where let's just be real, what Russell Westbrook stepped up, even though he still shot badly, like 13 or 31, he dropped 40 on them. And he kind of exposed something that we got to keep our eye on for the rest of the season. The Clippers don't have good rim protection. Like Russell Westbrook, I mean, I know Russell Westbrook could get to the rim against everybody. But if you're watching the Rockets a lot this season, he's not getting to the rim like he used to in OKC. He's shooting a lot of these pull-up jumpers. Still gets fouled. He shoots a decent amount of free throws. My point is, against the Clippers, bro, this guy was going to the basket like it was like red carpet VIP service at the club. Like he was getting to the rim every single time he touched the ball. Am I imagining that? So I kind of don't like the Clippers rim protection situation. Montrezl Harrell is a good defender, but he's not a rim protector. He's like 6'8". I mean, Montrezl Harrell's the same height as Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, if we're just being realistic. So I'm going to keep my eye on that, especially like how much points in the paint they're giving up and all that. But that being said, I just think from a physical standpoint, these Spurs ain't got shit for the Clippers. And this is the exact same thing I said the last time that I put my money on the Clippers over the Spurs. The Spurs win this game, bro. I'm staying the fuck away from the Spurs for the rest of the season, dog.
Hey, and the Spurs, they've been playing a little better. Look, hey, Spurs just treat me well those days. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, that was a you know what I'm saying. It was a pretty nice day for me, man. I must say. I had some parlays, you know what I'm saying. Everything. The last thing I was waiting on was the Spurs. Had them, you know what I'm saying, single and a couple parlays. Last thing I waited, the boys came through for me in the fourth quarter. I was happy. I'm telling you, I love the Spurs. Well, that day I did. Today, I mean, especially with it being a revenge spot, man, and the way the Clippers lost that game. I mean, Kawhi is he going? He don't want to lose it. Me personally, I don't think it's no way in hell that the Clippers gonna lose this game. We see fishy shit happen last minute with the, you know what I'm saying, like in the Rockets game, the game before that one, where the Clippers was up and then they only win by 3, and everybody with the 5 just sitting there like, what's going on? It happens, man. They land 5.5 here on the road once again. It's a huge spot, man. The public's gonna be all over the Clippers. I tell you that everybody is. I like them too,
I
man.
hate that,
I
but
hate it. I
I
hate it,
hate
bro, because
that.
I'm not that same
But
person.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I took this game before. I didn't even handicap this shit. I seen the price. I was like 5.5. I'm all over it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I was,
Hate that
because
the
you know
Spurs
how
at
it
the
is.
house. They've been playing a little better,
Yeah.
man. Clippers gonna come in pissed off. We'll see, man. We'll see. The Spurs been playing a lot better, a lot better. But this revenge spot, man. I have nothing on the rest of these games. We still Carl Anthony Towns. They need to see if he's gonna play. I mean, Carmelo Anthony went out last night again, man. Is Portland gonna lose yet another player? Little, you know what I'm saying? He banged out as well. Not a big part, but still one of the kind of little bigs or whatever. But if Carmelo's out tonight, then what? I mean, do the Timberwolves, even though they've been seem like they've been tanking, dog, I didn't think they need to.
They're trash,
Man,
bro.
I know
Like,
that they
they're
are. They
trash.
super trash. They
They're
super
trash.
trash.
I don't even like
I
to
like the
trash them like that.
Blazers.
Like I've
I
been
don't
kind
like
of
the
staying away
Blazers.
from that whole take, but
Yeah.
facts are facts, bro. They got two guys that are really good players. Carl Anthony Towns even if he doesn't really
Look,
play the best defense, is at least like a top 20 fucking NBA player.
the line
Uh,
went down
come
from
on, bro.
7 to 6.5, bro. Well,
Come
so
on,
look, what
bro.
I'm gonna ask you, what if Cat played in this game? Because nobody on the Blazers can really guard him. You know what I'm saying? He's friends with Whiteside. I think he'll torch him though. I
I
think
think
he'll
he'll
torch him.
torch him too. I mean, because he's going to have Whiteside, 25 feet from the basket. The Whiteside is a good rim protector, a good help side defender, but one on one from what I'm saying on the perimeter, I'm
Right,
not really so convinced about all that. And see,
right.
and let's just be real, bro. I don't trash CJ McCollum or Dame Lillard because I love them. These guys don't play no defense, bro.
Yep, you're right.
They don't play any defense. So
Yeah,
six
and
and a
the
half
Magic,
points.
they just
It's a
think the
lot of
Magic.
points,
I
man.
still think that the Magic probably should have won, but I mean, the Magic just ran out. Get last game on a road trip. I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with that. I still think they're a better team than I know. I saw right coming right before the game, right before we ended the show. One's like, you know what I'm saying? The Magic's not better than the Blazers, and the Blazers got it done. I still think the Magic are a better team than the Blazers. And like I said, if they lose Carmelo, that's another piece out of it, man. Look, bro, them boys gonna be thin. They're gonna be thin. The Timberwolves they've been playing absolutely terrible though. They might get Cat back here though. We'll see. Did you end the last thing? We got to wrap it up, and as Jimmy would say, we got to put a bow on this bad boy. Did you have any play on the Sacramento, Memphis, or Rockets or Suns? I'm leaning to man. Look, the Kings took money the past two games. At some point, they'll get it right. I don't know. I mean, they better than the Grizzlies. I know the Grizzlies been playing nice, but y'all saw them lose to the Cavs last night. Back to back spots for both teams. It's tough, man. So Grizz play a lot better at the house. They do. But I still think that the Kings are a better team to them. They need to get it going. The Kings do, man. They starting to revert back to what I'm saying, reality a little bit, man. But it's like, I mean, I know they got Fox back, but shit, man, y'all need to get it going, bro. They got to, man. I like this Kings team, man. Still don't like the coach. They showed a little spurt there, showed a long spurt. You know what I'm saying? Where they were nice. Still 11-6 ATS on the road, man. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to get there. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get there. But yeah, them the last two games, man. Them last two games, my guy Junior, you know what I'm saying, had a little problems, but y'all know what's up, man. Y'all know what's up. We got to end the show already. They got some NFL shit coming up today. I can't say not really a strong card for me today. I can't say, man, it's not really a strong card. Junior,
Sorry
you
about
want to recap them with your plays?
Yeah, sorry
No, you
about
good.
internet just went out for a second there. So I only got 3 plays for the day. I got the under 213.5 in that Bulls Pistons game. Zach LaVine is questionable for that game. That would be great for my under if he could manage to sit that one out. I got the Clips -5.5. That could really ruin my weekend, Jay Money.
Yeah.
A lot of my weekend depends on that game, and I got the Bucks -7 in the first half.
Bucks
What you
minus
got?
seven. All right, bet. Yeah, I can't say I hadn't made any plays in the NBA right now. Like I said, I've been waiting to injuries, all this. You know what I'm saying? But I am going to hop on the Knicks plus 13. You can put me down for it. That's the only official play that I'm gonna make on the show. I do like the Clippers, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get on it. I just don't want to advise you guys to get on there. I mean, because everybody's on it, man. But it's tough, bro. I'm not slamming the Clippers like I would in any other instance. I hate being on the huge public side. I do think they're the right side though, and it's a revenge spot. Sneaky suspicion that the Timberwolves terrible they've been playing. I think Carmelo sits tonight. I think that they're gonna cover, man, if not win their game, man. If they're tired of losing. If that's a big fucking if.
Hmm.
I think the 76. I'm leaning towards the 76ers as well, man. Like I said, I'm not counting this as a player as well. If it wins, I'm not gonna, what I'm saying, boast and brag either. But I do think the 76ers gonna bust the Wizards. No defense playing this. Y'all ask for the college picks, and we do got to get out of here. But I'm gonna give y'all some cards. And I got a lot written down, man. I got a lot written down. Uh Let me see. I'm gonna give y'all the strongest ones, man. The strongest was I'm hopping on Missouri State plus 2.5 versus Oral Roberts. I'm gonna hop on Butler, minus 2 versus Purdue. Gonna hop on Boston College versus Cal. Oregon State, they don't look like a trap, man, dude, but they much better. They are much better team, man. Oregon State versus Texas A&M, minus the 5.5. I like Grand Canyon today, man. I know it's going up to that one's shooting up. I think that's the play today. Arizona State, huge bounce back spot. Bobby Hurley gonna have them boys to play today, man. Take Arizona State -3 versus Creighton. Them boys, and they better be. They got smashed the last time out. And I'm on Providence, man. I live in Texas, man, but this is a letdown spot for Texas. Only their second true road game. I'm taking Providence here to try to get it going here at the house, man. I think and my guys like it too, man. I'm hopping on Providence, and I'm pretty close to Arkansas State as well. I think Arkansas State is a sharp play today as well, man. But I really like Providence, man. Providence and Boston College, man. Boston College, Providence is Missouri State for sure. All three of those, man. Y'all know what's up, man. Let's get some Christmas money. Leche, hey, those bookmakers.